in January of 2009. Tonight he's speaking from the Excellence in Speaking series, speeches, produced by Toastmasters, on choosing a topic. Don chose this topic to help our new members find sources to get inspiration for their speeches. Help me welcome Don Purdy. Help, I need a topic for my speech. Help, I need a topic for my speech. 10 to 15 minutes, Don Purdy.
Oh no! I got a speech in 2 days and I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. Well, you can relax because I'm going to give you some pointers that will help you to find a topic. And it will reduce all your stress. I'm going to tell you about how to get sources for your speech, how to get inspiration for your speech, and how to narrow the topic down so that it will fit within the time frame and the audience that you are talking to. Now, there are two sources for topics. First is your personal experience. You know, the more personal involvement, interest, and enthusiasm you bring to a speech, the more the audience will respond positively to your presentation. Personal speakers allows the speaker to speak more with conviction because it's what's your personal experience. It's something that you really know about more than anything else and are excited about. Now, one of the topics is interest. What are your interests? You know, we have people who are interested in photography, and people who are interested in photography. We have people that are interested in, say, basket weaving. People interested in travel, hiking. Any type of interest you have is a subject that you would use to talk about. Another one is your career. You know, what do you enjoy about your job? So Doug told us about toilet paper. That is something about his job he told us about. You know, Richard's talked about submarines, his interest, and also of how he has worked in submarines as in part of his career. So we actually have illustrations from our own group here. Yeah, you can also talk about your family. You know, maybe you have some ancestors, maybe how they came to the United States, or maybe you have some insights on how to rear children, or maybe you have certain traditions. You know, I have a cousin who has a tradition for Thanksgiving. She gives the kids Fruit Loops and string, and what they do is they make Fruit Loop necklaces. So while they're waiting for the meal and they get hungry, they have something to munch on, and it gives them some attention. And also a story about my grandparents during the Depression. They were sold land in Alberta, Canada, and so when they moved there, the Depression was worse there, but they were too poor to come back. And I've heard many stories about what happened when they lived up there in Canada. Also, you can talk about your education. You know, maybe you know how to give study tips about studying to new students. Or maybe something about your achievements. Maybe you had a certain goal that you want to aim for and you got it. Maybe you have a teacher you like to honor. Or maybe you had a subject you're interested in, such as maybe astronomy. You know, my wife has something we talked about because she had a hard time, a lot of setbacks when she went through school. It took about 10 years to get her degree. And along the way, she had teachers who lost her final, and she was accused of plagiarism because of a computer glitch that gave two people the exact same term paper. And that was maybe a lot of stress for her. But she finally made it. She got her not only her bachelor's, but her master's. And so she's out trying to get her an internship right now before she can go out. She's going to be a family and marriage counselor. I'll give you 4 types of personal experiences. The second source is reference material. Now, where is the best source of any type of research material you can get? Google, Internet? Yes. So that, because you can get any subject that you want, you can find on the Internet. You know, I am participating in a study research that's done by Loma Linda University. So I went to their website and it talked about the results that they've gotten so far on the study and any other information about the study. And I also found out that the Loma Linda Hospital has a proton accelerator, which they claim is better for treating cancer than the regular chemotherapy or radiation therapy. And there are different venues about different people who have taken it and their experiences there. One we could talk about that. Okay, another source is books. You know, if you have a book, favorite story, there's many different types of books. You know, there's Harry Potter books, you can tell stories about that. There's many self-help books, you know, the 7 characteristics of successful people. And many other books and types of books that you can get will give you subject to speak on. Another source is magazines. Magazines come in every sort of variety. So your hobbies, travel, leisure, you know, cooking, crocheting, you know, National Geographic, Reader's Digest, good source of different ideas for speaking. And the last source is a newspaper. What can you get out of newspapers? Oh, you have current events, opinions or editorials, letters to the editor, different things that can spark your interest that you could talk about. Now I'll talk about the 2 different sources of subjects. How do you get inspired? Oh, many times banging your head against the wall trying to come up with a topic does not work too well, because the mind seems to work best and is more creative when you're relaxed. So, you know, maybe if you look, maybe you gone through materials, your personal experiences, gone through different reference material, you still don't have an idea, take a break. You know, you maybe get an inspiration while you're watching TV, talking to a friend, going for a walk. You know, as you're doing something that's not, you know, your mind is kind of relaxing a bit, you can come up with things sometimes easier. And it's important to write it down, because some thoughts you come and go, and if you don't write it down, you will have a hard time remembering.
Visiting hours for adult services are over in 10 minutes. Thank you for your cooperation.
And you certainly hate to lose a thought that might make a contest-winning speech. Now, I give you different ways to get inspired. You need to narrow your selection so that it fits your audience. You know, you gotta know what type of audience you have, how many people will attend, what are the age range. Now, if you're going to talk to kindergartners, of course you have to talk at their, say, age level, and since the vocabulary is not that big, plus they have a short attention span, so you probably could not talk too long to them. High school students to be differently, and older people, and even their education, the more education they are, you speak differently or on specific topics. You know, are they familiar with the topic that you're talking about? You know, if you're going to a country convention, probably appropriate would be something like the latest in LASIK surgery on the eyes. You know, talking about insects would not be appropriate for that. You'd probably go talk about insects at a zoology seminar. Also, what is the occasion? You know, if you're at a commencement address, there are funerals, maybe some type of a speech honoring somebody, a famous person or a teacher, maybe a toast at a wedding reception, different types of occasion. You want to make sure that your speech fits the occasion. You know, and is there a theme? Is there also, when are you scheduled to speak? And what happens after speaking? Now you also need to consider your own ability. Can you inspire your audience? Are you enthusiastic enough about your topic to inspire your audience? And which means you have to have enough knowledge so you can be confident in what you're saying. And after you can consider your own abilities, you need to be specific. Make sure your speech fits within the time frame that you have, and that you're able to cover your topic well and concisely. And do your subpoints support your main topic. And is there anything that can be cut out to make sure that you are actually speaking concisely? So tonight I give you sources to get topics, how to get inspired, and how to narrow your selection. Speech topics are all around us. There's no need to feel overwhelmed when faced with selecting a topic. But it does take some careful decision making and little determination and persistence. You can find something that fits your audience and the occasion and your own speaking abilities. And you will find yourself coming closer to the ideal for every speaker, a finely crafted speech.